What's up, people? So, today we're going to talk about how to spell words correctly in English. It's your teacher, Carlos. So, it's Saturday, and it looks like we're going to post one video a week. It's going to be only on Saturday. And so, how about spelling? Now, spelling is another challenging part in English language because, words are read not the way they're spelled, and the spelling and writing of the words can be totally different, but the pronunciation can be totally different. So, how to learn to spell words correctly? Now, there's only one way you can do that, is you try to write the words that you misspell as many times as you can. I remember, I recollect some memories, when we were in school, we had a lesson called spelling, and we had to, spell words as many times as possible, difficult words, so that we could learn, automatically, our, in a handwritten form, we could learn and the spelling of every single word. And I remember I had a special notebook for spelling words without the definition, just spelling it how it is written correctly. And that I believe was a very, very useful strategy extremely useful strategy to spell words correctly and to learn to spell words correctly in English. Well, another way in modern times, I guess, nowadays, you could use, if you're using computer and if you're typing a lot, and if you're typing messages or email or just chatting with somebody, you can chat in English and you will learn a lot of spelling corrections, and you will be able to see the correct spelling because your device will automatically correct your spelling, and you will be able to see your mistakes and remember the correct spelling of every common English word that you use in your text. So now what's the other way to do that? What about the words that you cannot use every day or you do not use every day? Another way to improve your spelling with big words is to read books. When you read books, you recollect words, you see words that you normally wouldn't use in everyday life, but you know these words and you see their spelling, and that's how you memorize the spelling, and that's how you remember. Your photographic memory sees the word, and then you can reproduce it in a written form next time when you will be writing. So that's another way to improve your spelling. Now, one other thing about learning to spell words correctly is using an Oxford dictionary. Now that's a very beautiful dictionary, pocket Oxford dictionary. Now you can get one for $100 online. Yeah, that's a pretty expensive dictionary, but I got it for free, and so maybe you can get it for free also. But now, how do you use that dictionary? Like I said, going through the pages and learning single words from a dictionary is not a good way to memorize words. But when you look over the pages and you see the words real quick, and you try to memorize, you will be able to try to memorize the correct spelling of the words because they're highlighted and you can see it. And the more often you look at it, the higher is the chance that you will remember it longer and you will be able to spell it correctly anytime you want. So looking over the pages of a dictionary is very useful to improve your spelling in English language. One final thing that I want to say about spelling is you have to understand that English mainly has mainly is divided into two. There are two types of English, British English and American English, and there are some differences in spelling. American English is easy in that way when it comes to spelling, so that's why I prefer the American way of spelling words in English. So the common words that are spelled differently in English and in American language, in British English and American English, are collar, for example, the word collar. If you have, I'm sure you probably had situations when you didn't know whether you should write a U after O, after the second O, or not. Now the thing is, in British English, when you spell the word color, it's spelled like C-O-L-O-U-R. But in American English, there is no U. So both of the spellings are correct. So that shouldn't be confusing you. That's something you should remember, that both of the spellings are correct and both of them are English. So it depends on your preference, and it depends on what are you writing and who are you writing to. If you're writing to an English person, then you should use the English spelling, like British spelling. And if you're writing to an American person, that's okay if you use the American spelling. All right, so another word which is like spelled differently, but it's also very popular, like it's spelled differently in British English and it's spelled differently in American English, is the word favorite. My favorite book, my favorite sport, my favorite idol. So it also, the common difference is the U, favorite, like F-A-V-O-U-R-I-T-E in British English, and in American English there is no U, favorite. And another final example of the same strategy and of the same like spelling type or category is the word behavior. Me myself, I often like get confused, like when I write on the board or when I texted somewhere, like behavior. Like I often get confused. I used to get confused, like whether I should write the U or not. But it's actually, both are correct. Like in American English, there is no U, and in British English, there is a U. So for a good behavior, that's cool. You get an A, and for a bad behavior, you get probably some other mark like B or C or D, or a red card in some cases. All right, so that's it for today. I hope these techniques of spelling words correctly in English help you improve your English. And if you like this videos, please support, like it below, comment, ask your questions, and see you next time.